All right, guys, we are legit full court press trying to get ready for Sick Week. We're what, 2 days before Christmas, and things are crazy around here trying to get stuff. We got obviously the ice cream truck, got to get ready. We got a new car in the house. I don't know how many know whose car that is, and give you a little update on why that's here. We got Aiden's. We got 2.0 in the background. We're trying to get that to wrap so that we can get that ready to go. But just a lot of stuff going on. I also want to give you updates on, you guys have been asking about the Nomad, give you some updates on that, give you some updates. I mean, we'll talk about the house a little bit, just try and give you a pre-Christmas rundown of what's going on and where we're at and everything. So let's get right after it, guys.
This car has driven 760 miles. It has run the quickest pass in the history of Drag Week for a car that has completed the week. There's only one reason why they're making this pass, and it starts with a 5. And he gets out solid with a 105 short cut. He goes for the 8th mile, 194 miles an hour, 599 with an 8, 250. That is the first 5-second time in the history of Hot Rod Drag Week.
All right, Shipbox. The Shipbox is ready to go as far as we know. It's off the hoist. That's why 2.0's on there. It's done. We did new gear vendor, or replaced the gear vendor because one we ran with that oil, but that one got checked out, actually sent back to us. Everything was good. He just replaced some seals in there. Just obviously they were worn a little bit from not running it with fluid, but put a new rear gear in it. Same gear. It's a 389 in it, so same rear gear in there. Everything is the same with the Shipbox. Aiden's just going through making some small refinements to it. It's got its new set of tires on it. He's trying to get the fuel sensor to work with it. And Dakota Digital, we talked to them yesterday. They're working on getting us a gauge cluster for the stock unit, because that's not in there right now. We had the opening, we had the case was in there for the stock unit, just none of the gauges work, so we just thought it'd be cool if it worked. We do have the big Holly screen in here, so up top that basically does monitor, that's what basically monitors everything. That's what we look at going down the road with it. So that's where we're at with the Shipbox. I mean, just like I said, all good, ready to go. When Aiden gets spare time, when not working on something else here, then he's doing minor things there just to make it a better vehicle for himself. But that's where we're at with the Shipbox. All right, guys, let's talk for a second about Sick the Mag. Sick the Mag is freaking crazy. Like, everything is going phenomenal with it. The response has been incredible. There was a delay with the printer that the issue 3 and 4 went out a little late, but there's people all over have them, people in California, everywhere. So stress level was high for us getting those things out and making sure everybody got them in their hands. The overseas ones, I got confirmation this morning that the ones in the UK have landed. So those are being shipped out locally in the UK and to the surrounding countries there in Europe. The ones in Australia should be there real soon, and then shipping out locally to everyone there. Same as the ones in Canada. So for some of the outliners that we got shipping out, Japan and South Africa and stuff, those are all on their way as well. But just crazy. The best thing about it, or the coolest thing about it, is that people are referring other people. People are seeing the magazine, their buddies got the magazine, they're saying, I need to have that. Like, so we're getting tons of subscribers by that word of mouth advertising from you guys showing your issue off to people, and people saying, man, that's freaking awesome, and they're getting it. So that part's awesome. The part that's also awesome is all the pictures people post and say, oh man, I got featured. I didn't know, like, all this stuff. Like, I made a post a couple days ago. I got some backlash from some people that I said that we are fulfilling more people's dreams every issue, because a dream is to get your car printed in a magazine. Every issue than any other magazine. Well, it was taken as whatever, you're just a brand new magazine, you need 75 years to do that. I said every issue. So meaning that we put out an issue, it has as many cars, as many people, as stuff as we can cram into it. This issue, 230 pages of it. And that's what I mean. So many people's dreams come true with wanting to get their car in a magazine and be publicized in a magazine, and that's freaking awesome. Like that's our goal with it. And like I said at the very beginning, is highlighting the drag and drive community, the people that do it, the people that go through it, and it doesn't matter whether you're what end of the level that you are in the movement. So just basically making the stuff known so that other people that like it, want to follow it, are interested in it, or are doing it, have a resource that they can go to and see what they want. So that's where I'm with that. If you haven't subscribed, we've got a ton of issues left because we ordered twice as many this time. So therefore, you can still get it. If you subscribe now, you're going to get issue 3 and 4. We are going to do a reprint of issue 1 and 2 later next year because so many people want that issue. So we are going to do a reprint of it so that people can get that issue as well. That'll be later next year. Get issue 3 and 4 now while we got it. We're hoping we got enough that we can run that through the next issue coming out. So if somebody orders, they can get issue 3 and 4. Then as soon as 5, 6 comes out, they'll get 5 and 6. So that's where we're at with Sick to Mag. Thanks, guys. Ice cream truck. So ice cream truck's gonna go down. Bob's taking it down to Sick Week. Follow along. Holly Nitrous Oxide Systems provided us a kit for the 4200. So that is on there. I showed you that in a different video. We're waiting on some parts to come in, and that were the purge. So with these purge, the idea is those have the LEDs in them. The idea is for a cool effect, because literally it's not going to be that quick of not that quick of a vehicle. It drags the bumper, it lays down low, like I mean, it's just meant to be a cool cruising vehicle. Follow along, but do want the purge deal on there. So that is on there. We did get that wired in. We are having a, I won't call an issue, like it purges, but we tend to think that it should be different, more spectacular. So let me show you what it looks like and how that purge works. And then, I mean, you tell me, because we're not nitrous people. I've never messed with nitrous before. So this is our first dip into the nitrous oxide world. So tell me what you think of this purge here. All right, turn the lights off for more dramatic effect and tell me what you think. So, is that how the purge should look when you purge that out? Don't know. We were hoping it would shoot higher up. LEDs would be more intrigued, but I mean, don't know. You tell me with it. But show you just what we set up is you got the. All right, we've got the nitrous controller here. That's for the engine. This is for the purge here. Ignition just has to be in the on position for it. There's our mother bottle in there. Turn that back off. But that's it. Very simple system. But don't know, like, once again, don't know if the tubes have to protrude out of here further, and that's our issue with it. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I mean, we're just going for a cool effect with it to make it cool. So you tell us, people have experience. Can we make it cooler? What should we change with that and make that purge work better? So that's where we're at with the ice cream truck. Other than that, pretty much everything's sorted out with it. It's good to go. Good to go down there. So we're going to change the graphics for it. This will basically be what it should be, end up being as the support vehicle for the Sick Ward. So that's where we're at with the ice cream truck. All right, guys. Updates to try and fill you in, because people have been asking about the Nomad. Nomad's still at Dennis Taylor's. It's waiting on me for some part stuff to go through. I've worked out some details with Liberty on the trans, and it's trying to get that. It's it's taken a back burner to a lot of things that I have going on. Obviously, I mean, rebuilding 2.0, a lot of different things, the magazine, the event, like all those things. So like, I mean, my priorities have kind of shifted away for that. The goal is still to have that done. The goal is to debut it at SEMA next year, 2022. That's the latest goal. It was 2021, so that's the latest goal with that. So that's where that's at. Slow moving, still happening. Still, when there's some big updates to it, gonna get you guys updated on that, but still in the works. Obviously, the Taylors have been overwhelmed with the stuff that they're working on anyway, so it's not like they would have a lot of time to deal with it to begin with. So that's that. Haas machine. Had a buddy of mine come in yesterday with his main guy. He owns a big company, does production CNC work. They also do a lot of other production style work or whatever. Came in with his main guy. Like, I really want to get to the bottom of this thing, like, and see exactly, is it us? Is it the machine? Where is it? Like, can we make the parts? Let's make the parts. Like, I mean, that's where we're at. I don't want to go throwing anybody under the bus with the whole thing. Like, I want to make sure that I have everything straight. I don't want to just fly off the cuff and say this. I want to get more facts together. The unfortunate thing is, for me personally, like, I've concentrated on positive things. That's kind of a negative thing right now that I've kind of just I won't say avoided. I still keep up to date on it. I still look at the stuff and figure out where we're at. But like, it truly is one of those things that, like, I don't want to let it bring me down. So that's where we're at with the Haas machine right now. That's where we're at with the 55, the Nomad. A lot of people keep saying Aiden's car, the 57 Wagon. 57 Wagon, different car than the Nomad, the project that we're working on. But that is still in the works. So that's where we're at on that. All right, 2.0. 2.0 is close. Running driving car. We did get the profiler back. They sent that back to us, so that is all back together in there, ready to go. So now it does back up without the profiler. Didn't have reverse. Obviously, that's our traction control system as well for going down the track. The car is 100% running driving, ready to go test, but obviously it looks like a piece of shit. So therefore, trying to do the last thing, which is this door. Bob's been working on this, trying to get this smoothed out. So a little thing there in hindsight, because the driver's door, which is on it, I got a new one with the fire. I got the front end, I got the door. They did the new rockers, so these are new. The old ones were a little flimsy and stuff, and but it probably should have been rebodied. The whole car, if you watch my video on the fire and going through the damage to the fire, there's a lot of stuff there. At that point in time, I was trying to get everything back together and trying to go to drag week. So then after drag week didn't happen because of the Rona, and then just trying to make the car right. And at the same time, got Bob here, and having a fab guy here all the time and doing stuff is a lot different than when Aiden and I do stuff, which we do it to make it work and make it functional, and then go race with it, to where now we're basically able to make some things right. And one of the things, like the door, like in hindsight, like if Bob would have been here at the time, I would have definitely got another new door, but I was trying to get everything back together as quickly as possible. Car's going to be wrapped. Look for that coming out here soon, because we're going to put some designs that are out there to get a vote on that. So that'll be coming out soon. But in the meantime, with the car, it is ready to go, minus this door. Once this door is completed, hopefully today. I mean, he's been layering that stuff on there, and it'll go to wrap. Now you look, and I showed you before these quarters and the bubbles and stuff. I'm like, oh, we're not going to do anything with that. We'll deal with it. You got the stuff where we had the cracks on the back. You also had this quarter. Bob's gone through and fixed all that. So now it's actually turning into a real nice car. I mean, the car should have probably been rebodied based on everything, but he's making do with everything and getting everything together. So that's where we're at 2.0. Really hope to get it done today so that it can go to wrap hopefully next week and be ready to run. So that's where we're at with 2.0 right now. All right, sick week update. Sick week is going to be sick. It is crazy. At PRI, the sponsor was the sick week. Everybody wants in. Obviously, we all know it's sold out. 3 minutes, it's sold out. There are going to be spectator admission every day at the tracks. Going to be awesome. Still working out all the fine details of everything. It's crazy. Like I didn't fathom the amount of things that go into putting on these events. Luckily, I got Jenny on board, ex-event planner for Hot Rod and FM3. Obviously, we got Luke working on it. We got Jenna working on it. We got lots of people working on it to make all this stuff come to fruition. We got the Turks, Tanya and Keith Turk. We got Lonnie. We got John Sears. Like, I mean, so many great people coming together for this whole thing. And to make all this happen, make this the best event ever. There will be hiccups in the event, this first event. So there's things that we're going to have to learn from in this event. So, but rules are updated on the website for everybody to look at. There was a post yesterday or last night about the 1 second reaction time. So, and it was all positive response. We're just trying to get better side-by-side racing. We're really, I mean, the goal isn't to penalize anybody. The goal isn't to like make it harder. It's to make it better for the fans and for the spectators and for the live feed, Motion Raceworks live feed. So that is the reason for that. And there's a little clause in there that says event director, which is Keith Turk, has the ability to override that. So like if there's a fluke or something like that and somebody makes a great run, then we don't want them to have to discard that run, but we don't want it to be a habit either. We want to be trying to get your car into the box. We want to teach a lot of the non-racers how to race, courtesy staging, like, I mean, whatever. I mean, there's all the stuff that goes with that. But rules are updated. Everyone will get an email here soon. Like, the rules was the biggest part. Now we're trying to make sure for the software system that we have all the data that we need to have your car entered right so that the awards go smoother and all this stuff happens. We got Brian, who's done the software for Hot Rod over the years, doing software for us so that we can make all that happen. So look for an email, whether you're registered for sick week, whether you're in the wait list, whether you're in the sick ward. Like, emails are going to be coming out by next week to everybody to try and solidify that. We got some drops that have happened, so some wait list people are going to be able to get in. Like, all this stuff is happening. We're only a little over a month away, and man, I wish we had another month to get ready. But you know what? I mean, the pressure hopefully is going to make everything happen in time, and everything's going to be great, and we're going to have a good time no matter what. So that's the update with Sick Week and where we're at. All right, guys, we have the wagon in here. This badass Woody's wagon. So that's Steve Morris's car, and it's here for some final finishing touches. He does have the engine set in it. We're doing some cold side plumbing of it, resupporting the radiators, like some trans coolers, like a bunch of tabs, little stuff, mount the alternator, like a lot of finishing touches. That is supposed to be at Sick Week as well, so that's where Steve's going to debut the car at. It's also why I won't do a complete walk around on it. I won't take you up there and show you everything inside there, because Steve wants to do a big reveal with it and everything. So I'll give you the tailgate view of it, and just tell you it's pretty cool. So there's some different stuff that's been around social media that you can see stuff on that, but super cool. It's here doing a bunch of, like I said, final touches. Next week should be going back to Steve's. He should be getting it ready to go. The wiring is 95% done. That wasn't done by us. And he should hopefully have it on his dyno, getting ready to go here very shortly. So that's Steve's wagon that's in the shop right now. So, all right, guys, let's finish this up with a short little Tom talk. And it is about prioritizing, I guess. Just looking, and I mean, and just so you know, like, these are just my random thoughts of the day. This is not like pre-rehearsing, like I'm going to talk about this or I'm going to talk about that. It's obviously something like whatever comes to me that day. When I make this video, that's what the Tom Talk's about. And it's really about prioritizing priorities and trying to keep everything straight. It gets real tough. Last year with the COVID stuff, there was a lot less stuff. I actually spent the month down in December working remotely. Went out fishing, went out boating, like went to Disney, like we did all these cool things. And I look at it this year and I'm like, holy crap, there is no way. It's 2 days before Christmas right now. I have no time. I can't imagine that ever happening. And I got my hands in a lot of pots right now. And every one of them, like when you have that, like you gotta have an exit plan in that. You gotta be looking then saying, okay, well right now I got all this invested in it, like time-wise, to try and get this stuff going. But the end picture is I'm working towards this, to where it's gonna take less of my time to be able to do this. And right now I have a whole bunch of stuff that takes a lot of my time, and it's hard to divide my time out. So I definitely have to prioritize with it. And family comes first, so it always has to, and that has to be your number one priority. So like, I mean, the best way that I do it is I get up earlier every day so that I can still be home that 5:30 to 6 range, and I can spend time with the family. So, but I'll get up this morning at 5 o'clock and I'll just work extra on the front end of it. I get less sleep at night, but I'm still able to keep that family as a priority. And now it's the rest of the day. I'm a big person for finishing everything you start in the day. Right now, there's so many things going on that it's not. I basically leave stuff on the table every day that I got to pick up on the next day. And I'm working myself out of those holes and doing what I can with bringing other people to help. And I mean, I have a great supporting cast that's helping on all fronts to try and get this stuff done. So that's all I want to say as we go into Christmas here in a couple days, is try and make sure you prioritize, because some things that matter, that seem to matter a lot to us in our head and take up a bunch of our time, if we really sit back and look at it, they don't need to be prioritized as much as we're prioritizing them right now. Like our family and friends, they need more priority than some of these other things. And if you take a step back and look at it, then you can see that. So that's what I got today for Tom Talk. And have a Merry Christmas, and hope God blesses you. Thanks.